Shalom, shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Karkadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect wherever you may be. It's Brother Shapaya from GMS Chicago coming at you again with a quick lesson through the Spirit. 1 Timothy chapter 3, diving straight into it. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, a husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach. All right? So if you desire this office, it's a good office to desire. All right? You must be blameless, which means you're supposed to carry yourself a certain way. All right? A husband of one wife. Now, it's not going off to have multiple wives. But in this office, it's preferably best that you have one wife. Like Paul said, if you can't have no wife, that's because, you want to please the Lord without distraction. But if you do, have one, all right? Especially if you desire this office, all right? Because being a bishop, don't take that lightly. You have to oversee the flock. Matter of fact, let's... Bishop. Episcope. All right. It says investigation, inspection, visitation, the act by which God looks into, searches out ways, deeds, characters, men, oversight, overseership, office, charge, office of an elder, overseer, preceding officers of the church. So it's a high position. All right, you have to see other officers below you and make sure they're doing what they have to do for the flock as well. All right. So let's get back into it. It says vigilant, sober. All right. You have to have a sober mind when you're in this office. You're supposed to have a sober mind at all times, honestly. Of good behavior, which goes with being blameless, right? Given to hospitality, all right, ready to serve, all right, whether spiritually or physically, whatever it may be, and apt to teach. You have to be apt to teach, all right? You have to consume the whole role and be able to break down these scriptures, all right? And able to teach in all categories. Now, you may not be strong in all of them, but you have to be overall apt to teach. Not given to wine, nor striker, nor greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetousness. All right, so this is the balance that a bishop is supposed to have. In reality, all men of the Lord should have this balance. One that ruleth well in his house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? And taking care of the church of God is nothing like. Not a novice, all right? All right, not a babe, all right? Not a novice, all right? Least being lifted up with pride, he fall into condemnation of the devil, which we've seen these examples come and go. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, which goes into being blameless, all right? Even when you were in your Clark Kent state, you should be blameless amongst the world, all right? Least he fall into reproach and snare of the devil, okay? Verse 8, same qualifications go for the deacons. Likewise, must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much rhyme, not greedy of filthy lucre, holding the mystery of faith in a pure conscience. So, sober mind once again. And let these also first be proved. So before a man gets this office, he must be proved. All right? By his peers, by his higher ups. All right? What to say? Promotion coming from the Lord. All right? Just like that parable of the kingdom of heaven when the one man was asked to come up in the wedding. So that promotion comes from the Lord. All right? But you have to be proved first. Scripture say, lay not thy hand suddenly upon no man. Right? A friend has to be proven first. You can read all that in Sirach. All right. Then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless. Even their wives must be grave, not slanderous, sober, faithful in all things. Now listen, if you have this office, some of your wives are not going to be, not only have the men lost their way, these women are out their fucking mind. So, deal with her according to knowledge or wisdom. Sober, faithful in all things. Let the deacon of the husbands, let the deacons be the husbands of one wife, ruling their children in their own house as well. For they that have use of the office of deacon will purchase to themselves a good degree, and with great boldness in the faith which is in Mashiach Yahushai. These things write I unto thee, hoping to come unto you shortly. But if I tarry long, that thou mayest know how thou oughtest behave thyself in the house of God. So Paul is coming to say these things physically, but hey, if I tarry, listen, this is how you're supposed to operate. This is your conduction, or how you conduct yourself. This is your holy conversation, okay? This is the blueprint of a man of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, all right? Which is the church of the living power, the pillar and ground of the truth. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifest in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen of angels, preached unto the Gentiles, believed on in the world, and received up into glory. In this power, although I say God, it's lowercase God. Well, it's not all caps, put it that way. This power is going into Yahweh Shai, all right? Which Yahweh Shai was the perfect example for all men of Israel, how to walk and how to be in this life. All right. So with that, I pray this was edifying to the men of Israel. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Shalom.